Hi, my name is Kieta Rose, and I am a fashion designer, woodworker, photographer, painter, pretty much everything art. Of course, art is it's a way to express yourself. It's a visual way to express yourself, but I kind of see art as like just everything, like the sky, the mountains, just anything that's beautiful that's formed. Whether it's by hand or by nature. Okay, so I always did a lot of art, but I am mainly a fashion designer. So the one story I can think of is when I was 15, I took a jean jacket and I pretty much took it apart, and I made like this little outfit, and I wore it to the mall, and someone stopped me and asked, where did I get it from? They wanted to buy it, and I was like, oh, okay, somebody want to buy like something I made. I should be a fashion designer. So that was like the first time I ever thought about like actually being one. I guess it kind of reflects like the ever going changes that we go through in life, like just even with social media, as far like exposure and everyone seeing, like being able to see like what everyone else is doing and kind of being creative themselves. I think a lot of newborn artists are being brought to the world because it's just an exposure thing, and a lot of influences. So I learned that when I do show the art that I make, that it's other people that actually relate to me. Like sometimes I think I'm like alone of how like I'm thinking, and then like someone see it, like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand that, and I'm like, oh yeah, they understand me. It's like, so I kind of like through my art, I feel like I'm understood. I think the biggest issue with artists, people who don't really understand art or do art themselves, they seem to think that art is not a job, a real occupation. And maybe they're lazy and not really doing anything, or they're just free spirit and they got all this time on their hand. But really, these projects can take hours, days, a lot of focus, a lot of work, just as much work as doing like a 9-to-5 or more. And I think that's like a really big misconception about it. Same thing with like with race. They might think it's just because a person of color might make something, it might not be as big of a value as someone as a different race or a different country. I think the biggest resource for me is actually getting a studio here in Guardian Studios. Just being around other artists kind of put like a fire to me to do much more work. And then I get a lot of exposure with the events. So I've met a lot of people who kind of push me to the right places, talk to the right people. And I feel like my career and just my artistry has improved so much just by being here. And as far as like learning a new skill, I'm like one of them artists that just want to like know how to do everything, want to try everything, want to do everything. So if I don't know it, I want to learn it. I think art can influence our landscape and how people move, see things, a lot of ideas come from art. I mean, it's expressed through art. So I think without it, we wouldn't even be where we are now, because, it takes a lot of imagination to come up. It's a lot of art out there, like music is very influential in history and now. I feel like I'm the like ultimate comfy artist. Like if you see me, I'm comfortable. I'm going to be some sweatpants. I'm going to be comfortable doing what I'm doing. And if not, I already know it's not going to be as good. I just like to be in my element. And if I'm not comfortable, I'm not going to be in my element. And as far as like prioritizing like self-care, I work out every morning. I just got to take care of myself. I know if I'm not sleeping enough, if I don't feel like I look good, it all shows in my work.